All right, so we got Venom number 10, and I'm gonna harp on some stuff, right, that I just can't stand. And some people will say like, you're nitpicking on all this stuff. You're just nitpicking, and it's like, I guess if you're new to the channel and do a lot of this stuff, it could come off that way for sure. But if you stick around, you'll see what I'm talking about. We get these subtle little things placed in some issues of Marvel Comics, and then some issues are like full-blown political stuff. And it's just annoying that they're using these characters to kind of push these little subtle messages, right? They know they can't sell that stuff face value on a Venom book or a Spider-Man book. So what they do is they'll subtly put it in there. It's almost like a thing of propaganda in some ways. So I'm going to go over the book in general a little bit, and then I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. So if you haven't been reading Venom, Venom's been going through some things, and his symbiote has lost his powers. Like, it's lost its brain, right? And it's just kind of protecting him now. It's kind of just an instinctual, driven, almost animalistic version. It doesn't have a personality anymore. And Brock is really sick. Something's going on with him. And we don't really know. Well, we do find out at the end of the issue. So, in the last issue of the main series, Eddie Brock went to go see his dad. And we find out he has a little brother, and his dad like beats him and stuff. And we find out like the issues between Eddie Brock and his father. So here's where I'm going to nitpick, right? This is it. So we find out what happened. It turns out he was drunk driving, and he killed a little kid, right? Hit him with the car. And here's where it gets ridiculous. So you see all those beer cans. He gets out. He's drunk driving, and he goes, we fast forward to him at the police station, and here's how he got away with it. He got away with it scot-free because he was young, white, and the son of a rich and powerful man in the community. All right, you don't just get away with murdering somebody with your car, drunk driving, because you're white. But see, it's those subtle little things. Now, this is the only time it's mentioned in the book. And then after that, the book continues to be good. And I'm still saying that this is a good issue, right? This is still a good story. We got some really stuff. I'm going to skip to the end. And then this is like the last thing I can show you. So if you don't want spoilers, don't watch. But Eddie ends up coughing in a pool of blood, right? And they take him to the hospital. And we see Reed Richards, the maker there. This is the alternate version. And they're trying to help him. So there's a lot of threads being weaved here in this series. We got the Carnage Codex. And we have this Reed Richards maker storyline going on. I think this is all going to weave into a bigger event. But the nitpicking, right? And it's just a small little thing. But it's the fact that this whole like privilege thing and all this crap, this is all like peppered throughout a lot of Marvel's books. And some books are full on far left propaganda, agenda, all that stuff. And the ones that aren't, once in a while they get a little pepperage. Like we had the last issue of Immortal Hulk where that chick tells the Hulk, Bruce Banner, who's cursed and like sleeps in ditches, that he needs to check his privilege. Get out of here. Get the hell out of here with this crap, man. I mean, that's not even the point of this. I mean, you could have totally just told that story with the fact that maybe he lives, like he's good friends with the judge or something, or it's corruption. But no, it's because, more privilege. That's why he got off from killing a kid. Like, the world doesn't work like that. He would have for sure went to jail. Even if he's powerful and influential, like he would have got house arrest or, a resort jail, like one of the minimum security ones or something. You don't get away with that no matter who you are. But, it's just this little bit of this propaganda stuff that they have to put in. Every issue, somehow, some way, every series gets it. And and then you look at the Marvel sales, how comic shots are going out of business, and all this stuff that's happening all the time. It's a house of cards that's literally wobbling all the time and about to fall down. I don't understand why that even needs to be in this issue. Like, it was just there. And I feel like it's just there to annoy. I feel like they're doing that to annoy people like me that point this stuff out. And that's fine. You literally want to like write that into your books to annoy people that, are trying to sell the books, right? But take back for a second and think about that, right? You're altering the way you're writing the book to annoy a community. You should be writing the book to sell to like every community, because you want to keep this industry going, and you're doing a terrible job at it. The sales go down every month, every book. You constantly have to do number one reboots to keep afloat, and it's just getting worse. You can't. Your house of cards is going to collapse. Barnes and Nobles is in trouble now, and might go under. They're under like a watch list of going bankrupt, and I'm going to do a video on that probably tomorrow, I'm thinking, or Saturday. And you lose that bookstore, right? Then you relied on Amazon, and Amazon's good, but I don't know. A couple more hundred comic shops close. You don't have comic shops anymore. You think you're going to survive on digital? I don't think so. So keep it up, I guess. I mean, you guys are literally writing yourselves out of jobs, right? And I don't think crowdfunding is going to work for you far left people, because, I mean, I've literally seen, what's this guy, Patton Oswalt, the little, that prick from King of Queens or whatever his name is. That dude's almost got 1 million followers on Twitter. He barely crowdfunded his own comic book. I just don't see that being a viable option for you people. The whales are, if you don't know what whales are, that's like the fan. So the reason games have free-to-play options, right, is because whales supplement and like do, they'll buy hundreds of dollars in gems, right? So that game can stay afloat and free for everybody. Like the big comic book whales, they have aligned with the Comicsgate community, and that's why you see these books that, are, I'll say $25 is a lot for a book. So slightly overpriced, yeah, in many cases. But, going independent has its costs, so I understand it. But obviously the people that want the product are there and willing to buy it, right? I don't think that the far left people, you're not going to find that community, because all the people you're trying to, impress pirate books. So just keep it up, I guess. I mean, you guys, like I said, are literally writing yourselves out of jobs. I think it's kind of hilarious too. And so I hate to see Marvel collapse, but it is what it is. And it's going to be funny when Marvel collapses. Then DC is going to go. And unfortunately, a lot of comic shops will probably go out of business. At least the ones that, rely solely on comics. I don't know what they're going to do. But, it's all theoretical, right? We all guess. I don't know where things are going to go. But it's a sad day. Hopefully, I don't think comics will die completely. Marvel will restructure. DC will hopefully restructure. And maybe we can get lesser books, cheap digital books, I guess. Who knows, man? But definitely the majority of you will probably be looking for new work. And it'll be fun to watch your Twitters as you work service jobs and stuff, because none of you have any real skills other than the comic book stuff. And you're not good enough to get into Hollywood, most of you. So it's going to be funny listening to you complain about customers that you actually have to be nice to. And I don't think you know how to do that. So you'll be bouncing job to job. Luckily, you guys have 30 roommates. So, Anyway, bit of a rant here. So like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Stream Me. Check out my Twitch. Check out my Patreon. Liking and commenting definitely helps the channel. So try and do those if you can. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to my little rant on how I'm annoyed by this stuff. And I'll see you guys on